The transformative power of radical authenticity, embracing your story to change the world. Welcome to the BlackCEO Podcast. Today, we have the extraordinary privilege of sharing insights from our interview with Letitia Parker, a remarkable individual who has been faithfully helping people from all walks of life for the last 30 years. Since she was a little girl, Letitia has been a giver of all things, starting with love. Her impact on making the world a better place is truly awe-inspiring, and I'm thrilled to share what we've learned from her. Have you ever wondered what it truly means to keep it 100, to tell your truth and share your story even when it's uncomfortable, to embrace the idea that, as Letitia so eloquently puts it, God don't make no junk? These are the powerful messages at the heart of our conversation today, and they have the potential to revolutionize not just our individual lives, but our entire society. Let's start with the provocative question. What if the very thing you've been running from is the key to your transformation? What if your deepest wounds could become your greatest strengths? What if the story you've been too ashamed to tell could be the very thing that sets you and others free? Letitia Parker's journey is a testament to the power of overcoming trauma and embracing one's authentic self. Her story isn't just about survival, it's about thriving in the face of adversity and using her experiences to uplift others. As we delve into the insights gained from our interview with Letitia, I want you to consider how her wisdom might apply to your own life. Buckle up, folks, because this isn't your average feel good talk. We're about to get real, raw, and radically authentic. One of the most striking aspects of Letitia's philosophy is her unwavering belief in the inherent value of every individual. God don't make no junk, she often says. It's a simple phrase, but it carries profound implications. In a world that often makes us feel inadequate or unworthy, Letitia reminds us that we are all created with purpose and value. Think about that for a moment. How many times have you doubted your worth? How often have you let others' opinions or societal expectations diminish your sense of self? Letitia's message challenges us to reject these negative narratives and embrace our intrinsic value. It's not just a nice idea, it's a revolutionary act in a world that often profits from our self doubt. But embracing our worth isn't always easy, especially when we've experienced trauma or faced significant challenges. Letitia knows this firsthand. Her journey of overcoming trauma is a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit. She doesn't shy away from the difficult parts of her story. Instead, she uses them as a source of strength and a way to connect with others who are struggling. Let me share a story that Letitia told us, one that illustrates the transformative power of embracing our whole selves, including our pain. Letitia once worked with a young woman named Sarah who had been in and out of rehab facilities for years, struggling with addiction. Sarah had experienced severe childhood trauma and had never felt worthy of love or success. She was ashamed of her story and tried to hide it from everyone around her. Letitia encouraged Sarah to start sharing her story bit by bit in a safe support group. At first, Sarah was terrified. She thought people would judge her, reject her. But something remarkable happened. As Sarah began to open up, she found that her story resonated with others. People didn't judge her, they empathized. They saw themselves in her struggles, and Sarah, for the first time, began to see the strength in her journey. This process of sharing her truth became a crucial part of Sarah's recovery. It helped her confront her past, understand her patterns, and start to build a new narrative for herself. Today, Sarah is not only sober, but thriving. She runs a support group for other women dealing with addiction and trauma. Her story, which she once thought was her greatest shame, has become her greatest tool for helping others. This brings us to another crucial aspect of Letitia's philosophy, the importance of telling your truth and sharing your story. In a world where we're often encouraged to put on a brave face and hide our struggles, Letitia advocates for radical honesty and vulnerability. She believes that by sharing our stories, the good, the bad, and the ugly, we not only heal ourselves, but also create space for others to do the same. It's about breaking the cycles of silence and shame that keep us trapped in our pain. Now, it's about creating a world where we can all be seen, heard, and accepted for who we truly are. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but isn't it risky to be so open? Won't people judge me? Now, these are valid concerns, and Letitia doesn't dismiss them. Instead, she encourages us to find safe spaces and supportive communities where we can begin to share our truths. Remember, the goal isn't to bare your soul to everyone you meet. It's about finding the courage to be authentic with yourself and with those who have earned your trust. It's about recognizing that your story matters and that by sharing it, you might just help someone else feel less alone in their struggles. Letitia's approach to helping others is deeply rooted in this philosophy of authenticity and shared humanity. For 3 decades, she has been a beacon of hope and support for people from all walks of life. Her method isn't about offering quick fixes or empty platitudes. Instead, it's about meeting people where they are, listening without judgment, and offering genuine love and support. This brings us to another powerful lesson from Letitia, the transformative power of love. Not just romantic love, but the kind of unconditional love that sees the inherent worth in every person. Letitia describes herself as a lover of all God's people, good and bad. This inclusive love is radical in a world that often encourages us to divide and judge. Think about how different our communities, our workplaces, our world would be if we approached each other with this kind of open hearted acceptance. What if instead of immediately categorizing people as good or bad, we recognize the complexity of human experience and the potential for growth and change in everyone? This doesn't mean ignoring harmful behaviors or accepting abuse. Rather, it's about approaching others with compassion and understanding, recognizing that everyone has a story, everyone has struggles, and everyone has the capacity for both good and bad choices. Letitia shared another powerful story with us that illustrates this principle. She once worked with a man named John who had spent most of his adult life in and out of prison. Society had written him off as a lost cause, a bad guy who couldn't change. But Letitia saw beyond his rap sheet. She saw a human being who had experienced immense pain and trauma, who had never been shown unconditional love. Through patient, consistent support and unwavering belief in his worth, Letitia helped John see himself differently. It wasn't an easy or quick process. There were setbacks and moments of doubt. But slowly, John began to believe that he was worthy of love and capable of change. Today, John works as a mentor for at risk youth, using his experiences to help others avoid the path he took. He's become a respected member of his community, a loving father and husband. John's transformation wasn't just about changing his behavior, it was about changing how he saw himself and his place in the world. Letitia's work over the past 30 years has shown her the transformative power of this approach. She's witnessed people who society had written off turn their lives around when given love, support, and the opportunity to recognize their own worth. But Letitia's message isn't just about how we treat others, it's also about how we treat ourselves. Many of us are our own harshest critics. We replay our mistakes, magnify our flaws, and struggle to forgive ourselves for past failures. Letitia challenges us to extend the same compassion and understanding to ourselves that we would offer to a loved one. This self-compassion is especially crucial when it comes to healing from trauma. Letitia's work has shown her that trauma often leaves deep scars, not just on our bodies and minds, but on our sense of self-worth. Many trauma survivors struggle with feelings of shame, guilt, or the belief that they are somehow broken or unlovable. Letitia's message to these individuals and to all of us who carry wounds from our past is clear. You are not broken. You are not defined by what happened to you. You are worthy of love, respect, and happiness. This brings us to another key aspect of Letitia's philosophy, the belief in our capacity to heal and overcome. She doesn't sugarcoat the difficulty of this journey, healing from trauma, breaking destructive patterns, learning to love ourselves. These are all challenging processes that take time, effort, and often professional support. But Letitia insists that healing is possible. More than that, she believes that our struggles can become a source of strength and wisdom. This isn't about toxic positivity or denying the pain of our experiences. It's about recognizing that our challenges don't have to define us or limit us. Instead, they can become the foundation for personal growth, empathy, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. Letitia shared a story about a woman named Maria who had survived severe domestic violence. When Maria first came to Letitia, she was broken, both physically and emotionally. She believed she was worthless, that she deserved the abuse she had endured. The journey to healing was long and challenging, but Maria persevered. As Maria began to heal, she discovered a passion for helping other survivors. She started by volunteering at a local shelter, sharing her story with other women who were or where she had once been. Seeing the impact her story had on others gave Maria a new sense of purpose. Today, Maria is a powerful advocate for domestic violence survivors. She's testified before lawmakers, pushing for stronger protections for victims. She runs support groups and speaks at schools about healthy relationships. Maria's pain became her purpose, her wounds became her wisdom. These stories remind us that our darkest moments don't have to be the end of our story. They can be the beginning of a new chapter, one where we use our experiences to create positive change in our lives and in the world around us. But how do we begin this journey of healing and transformation? Letitia emphasizes the importance of small, consistent steps. It's not about making dramatic changes overnight. It's about daily choices to treat ourselves with kindness, to surround ourselves with supportive people, to face our fears one small step at a time. She encourages us to start by simply acknowledging our own worth. Look in the mirror each morning and remind yourself, God don't make no jump. Uh, it might feel awkward or uncomfortable at first, especially if you're not used to positive self-talk. But over time, these affirmations can begin to counteract the negative message we've internalized. Another crucial step is finding safe spaces to share our stories. This might be with a therapist, a support group, or trusted friends. The act of speaking our truth out loud, of being heard and validated, can be incredibly healing. Letitia also emphasizes the importance of giving back. As we heal and grow, we have the opportunity to use our experiences to help others. This doesn't mean we have to become full-time advocates or counselors. It can be as simple as offering a listening ear to a friend in need or sharing our story in a way that helps others feel less alone. Now, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, oh, this all sounds great, but my problems are too big. My pain is too deep. I'm too far gone. To you, I want to share one of Letitia's most powerful messages. It's never too late to start healing. It's never too late to reclaim your worth. It's never too late to start living authentically. Letitia has worked with people from all walks of life, people who have faced unimaginable hardships and made choices they deeply regret. And time again, she's witnessed the incredible capacity of the human spirit to heal, to change, to grow. This doesn't mean the journey will be easy. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, days when it feels like you're moving backward instead of forward. But Letitia encourages us to be patient with ourselves, to celebrate small victories, and to keep pushing forward, even when it's hard. As we near the end of our time together, I want to circle back to where we started. Remember that provocative question I asked at the beginning? What if the very thing you've been running from is the key to your transformation? Letitia's life and work offer a powerful answer to this question. By facing our fears, embracing our stories, and recognizing our inherent worth, we can transform our pain into purpose. We can use our experiences, even the painful ones, as a source of strength and wisdom. So I want to leave you with a challenge, a call to action that might just change your life and the lives of those around you. First, I challenge you to start telling your truth. Begin with small steps. Share a fear or insecurity with a trusted friend. Write down a part of your story you've never shared before. Look in the mirror and say, I am worthy of love and respect. Whatever form it takes, take that first step towards authenticity. Second, I challenge you to listen. Really listen to the stories of those around you. Create safe space where others can share their truths. Practice empathy and compassion, even, especially with those who seem different from you. Third, I challenge you to act. Use your story, your experiences, your pain to make a difference. It doesn't have to be grand gestures, small acts of kindness, moments of vulnerability, standing up for what's right. These can create ripples of change that spread far beyond what we can see. Remember Letitia's words, God don't make no junk. You are not a mistake. Your story matters. Your pain can become your power. And together we can create a world where everyone feels safe to share their truth, where everyone recognizes their inherent worth. This isn't just about personal healing, it's about social transformation. Imagine a world where we all embraced our authentic selves, where we approached each other with compassion and understanding. Imagine the problems we could solve, the divisions we could heal, the change we could create. It starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with each of us having the courage to be radically authentic, to keep it 100, to tell our truth. Are you ready to take that step? Are you ready to transform your life and in doing so, help transform the world? The choice is yours. The time is now. Let's create a world of radical authenticity, one story at a time. Thank you.